Hey there, Solemn Salmon here. Going to be showing off a little bit of Stellaris 2.0. Came out literally about 20 minutes ago. So excited to be showing this off. Just going to be a pretty casual playthrough, just kind of seeing what's changed, giving a few thoughts and impressions. This is going to be very much a stream of consciousness video as opposed to some of the more kind of polished videos I've been putting up lately. Speaking of which, before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has liked my videos, watched them, subscribed. Getting to 1,000 has been an incredible. It's meant so much to me, and it's been incredible just getting up to that point. So thank you very much. If you have subscribed, double thank you, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to get some great content out to you as a reward for subscribing. A quick chat about what is going to be kind of coming up on the channel as well. We've got a multiplayer planned with a few friends. Slippers, long-time friend of the channel, and Smutly as well, who's appeared in a couple of videos. So we're going to be kind of doing a multiplayer. They're pretty new to Stellaris, whilst I've played quite a lot of it. So it's going to be me kind of showing them the ropes and stuff like that as we all get used to Stellaris 2.0. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. I'm also going to kind of try and put out some videos talking about how everything in Stellaris works for any newbies or anyone just getting back into the game. Kind of just for beginner videos. So how resources work, how your economy works, how spaceports work, stuff like that. So yeah, and then at some point, hopefully a couple of challenges as well. We can do the One Planet Challenge, the Bubble Challenge. Yeah, hopefully stuff you'll all like. If there is something you particularly want to see, maybe no one else, maybe there's something you really want to see that no one else is really covering, pop it in the comments. I'm open to ideas, you know, and I would love to kind of reward you guys for kind of sticking with me. But yeah, here we are. Here we are on Stellaris 2.0. Look at that. Lovely new background. Everybody gets it, even if they haven't got the Apocalypse DLC. I have got the Apocalypse DLC. So let's get started in a new game. You can see all my random custom creations there, plus a few of the more regular ones. Let's have a look at a new empire. This is... Don't expect to see this this empire too much, so this is literally just us kind of messing around a little bit. Let's just... They seem nice. Go for that one. First thing to notice... There is no longer a starting kind of FTL or weapons function. All that's gone. FTL is now all hyperlane, plus a couple of other special things like the jump drive, things like that. And of course, starting technology, you don't have to pick a starting weapon technology anymore. You get them all unlocked so you can pick them at your heart's content. Yeah, the Vrin. They're scrubs. Oh, there's, yeah, the Roman names. That's a new thing as well they've added. It's pretty cool. Yeah, let's call the Vrin Roman names. Now, traits-wise, couple of new things. Where are they? Or maybe it comes under... Oh, of course, it comes under ethics. Let's jump to ethics instead then. Because, yeah, we've got brand new civics. That's what we were looking for. I don't know why we're looking at traits. We've got the Life Seeded, really nice one, starts you on a go world, which I think is perfect for the One Planet Challenge. You've got Post-Apocalyptic, starts you on a kind of Fallout-style post-nuclear world. And we've also got, it'll be locked because we haven't picked something yet, but we've got the Barbaric Despoilers. Now I'm thinking of trying that out for the multiplayer, so if you really want to have a look at that, come back and check out the multiplayer, because I think I might rack up my friends with that one. It could be quite interesting. Let's just get some traits out of the way though. Now there is the mining one. That is pretty much always a good one. Oh man, I can't see anything. It shows you how long it's actually been created an empire myself. I stick with the same ones kind of all the time. Slow breeders, that's fine. And then let's get that in as well. As I said, it doesn't really matter. We're just kind of putting some things out there. We'll take the Sol system in Bebek. Yep, that's fine. Let's go for the post-apocalyptic civic so we can have a look at that one. And then we'll be fanatic militarist. That one. Oh. Forgot to pick a second one. Philosopher King. I think we have Philosopher King. I think that's pretty good. We get to pick an advisor's voice. Militarist. I like the authoritarian one. I'm going to go with that one. And we are going to be the star realm of Bebek. I think the flag's fine. And then we'll just stick with whatever the default stuff is. Ooh, that's quite... Octavia Domitus. That's nice. Did we not pick enough? We're at 2 trait picks left. Let's take Strong and Solitary, evens it out. There we go. So, there we go. We'll throw in a medium one. Let's see if we can bump up a few things as well. New sliders. Everybody in Stellaris loves sliders. Come on, people. We've got the mid-game start year, which kind of controls mid-game events like the Machine Uprising and the Horde Crisis, as it says on the screen there. And we've also got the end-game crisis. So for when Fallen Empires start to awaken, so you can actually kind of control that a bit more than you used to be able to. It's not just a kind of hard line from 2400. That's when you need to start kind of thinking about it's going to start. You could pop it down to really early, 2300, gives you 100 years, or super late, 3000 years. We're just going to leave it at bog standard for now. What else we got? Hyperlane density. So, of course, with the inclusion of only hyperlane now, if you want a more fluid form of gameplay, fewer choke points, you can change it so that it can be just anywhere you want to go, you can go. We're going to leave that on ×1. I'm not going to change too many settings here. As I said, we're just kind of getting involved, having a look at it. Abandoned gateways, the new kind of stargates, wormhole pairs. Oh, I'm really looking forward to finding a wormhole. I really like using wormhole FTL in the previous versions of Stellaris. Before I switched to using just hyperlane, that was my main one, and it's the one I used in multiplayer quite a lot as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty fine. Let's get involved in our first game of Stellaris 2.0. I cannot emphasize how excited I am for this. I mean, it may have come across in the videos I've made already, kind of talking about what is coming, but Stellaris is one of my favorite games, and a lot of the new features being introduced are things that I was really excited for, kind of fixing some of the problems I had with the game. Especially the mid-game, that was not great. But obviously a lot of people aren't happy, and for them that's fair enough. Hopefully you will be able to find something in the new version you enjoy, but for those of us that are so excited, let's get started. First things first. Where is it? Here we go. Our first space station. First, look at that. That is the mammalian one. Oh man. So we got modules. It's currently level 2, a starport. Only the one building currently, which is a crew quarters. Were there any other? Oh, so we can swap it if we wanted. I don't really think we need to right now, but so we could build a second module if we wanted. Can't upgrade at the moment. Don't have the technology, but yeah, there's the starbase capacity cap as well. Okay, okay. And of course everything is already explored, and it looks like we start with a few mining stations as well. That's quite nice. A few things for us to build though. Let's get out into the galaxy map. Right, yeah, so it's quite interconnected. I think in future I may drop down the hyperlane density. I think that's a bit too interconnected for how I like to play, but I don't really play on elliptical too often. I usually go for the kind of spiral arms. So yeah, this video is mostly just going to be a half an hour to an hour, kind of just messing around for a little bit, just playing the game, seeing what kind of happens, giving a few thoughts and impressions. Towards the end I might just use console commands to throw in some colossi so we can get a look at something being blown up, but yeah. So, let us get some minerals going. What else is here that hasn't been taken yet? IO, let's get that. And of course, probably the first thing we should have done. Oh, is that a... That might be a pulsar, that might be some galactic terrain. Let's go and explore that. What else looks like galactic terrain? So if we send our science ship this way, black holes are definitely a form of galactic terrain. I think they slow down FTL time, but we'll go out there, we'll find out. Let's just start the game. Let's have a look at our fleet as well. Yeah, only a couple of ships, that's fine. But what's more interesting is fleet size. So the maximum fleet size of any individual fleet depends on our Empire's command limit. So currently that is 20. So the most we can have in our fleet is 20 fleet size. Oh, and it has a thing for military power as well. Estimate of its combined offensive and defensive capabilities. Interesting. Got a new air, that's good. Oh, we've got technology. Let's look for some interesting technologies. Nothing particularly interesting there. Immediate upgrade to coil guns, because of course we have everything unlocked. Same as with the blue lasers, we can just automatically go to that. So let's take the labs. Yeah, also, interesting change. If we take the fleet, we can't go anywhere. Because we don't have any intel on it. So they've gotten rid of the kind of corvette exploration. So we could... Later in the game I think you can, because once you've upgraded the sensors and they can go beyond kind of one system, you can just kind of hop around. But yeah, for now we can't. The borders, something that's a new thing as well. It's supposed to cover about half the distance between the closest star system along the hyperlane. So it's about halfway, and then kind of splurge. New little icons, that's new. So we've got a couple of stars there for our military fleets. We've got a kind of symbol there for construction ship and a sciencey one there. Let's go into... There we go. So pulsar. Shields are completely taken out. So that is our first instance of galactic terrain right there. First jump, that's pretty cool. And it looks like we've got a habitable world there. Is that a tomb world? Yes, it is. So because we are post-apocalyptic, we have the survivor trait. Let's get rid of one of the pops. There he is. Avrin. We are survivors. So we have tomb habitability 70%. And then we also have continental as well, which is pretty good. So as opposed to the life seeded, which cuts you down to literally Gaia worlds or nothing, post-apocalyptic actually kind of gives you 2 planets that you can immediately kind of get involved in, because it's 80% for your base one, in our case continental, 70% for tomb worlds, and then you've still got the tropical and ocean for 60%. So actually that's kind of 4 planet classes that, barring any negative planet effects, you can spread out quite well. I think that's pretty good. It gives you an extra option there, without kind of significant happiness negatives anyway. So, yeah, hodjam could theoretically present quite a good opportunity for us. Oh, so it looks like somebody blew themselves up here. But yeah, it could be quite an interesting place. We could, for example, build a star base in hodjam, which, if we threw a lot of weapons on it, could take out enemy fleets that are trying to get to Babaka, because their shields will be nullified. So that's the kind of tactical strategic layer that's being added to Stellaris in this update. Meanwhile, back home, our construction ship has kind of pooted along. It's gone us some minerals. I think the only other thing was Jupiter for the research. So let's set that up as well. Yeah, it was. And then any other improvements? There we go. Hodjam's fully done. Any other improvements will have to come on our homeworld. That's quite a small homeworld. I think that is the smallest type. Of course, in the late game, there is Mastery of Nature, brand new Ascension perk, or brand new effect. It's an old Ascension perk, but it's got a brand new effect, in that it unlocks a planetary edict that permanently increases the sizes of our planets. So because that's quite a small one at 16, we would probably end up with 3 additional tiles, 2 or 3. So the smaller the planet, the more tiles it'll gain. So yeah, that's not a bad one. Though I do have problems with it. I feel like perhaps it would be more worth just colonizing another planet, because it's going to cost a certain amount to use the edict in the first place. So Haven't had a chance to try it. As I said, this is our first game of Stellaris 2.0. Let's bump up the speed. Something I forgot to do. A little science ship has continued onward. Doesn't look like there's anything too interesting in that system. Once we've got 100 minerals, I will purchase a second science ship. He can kind of fly off, and maybe we can explore a few additional things as well. Looks like there's another pulsar there, black hole. I'm trying to see if there's any... So there's a nebula over there, so that blocks outside sensors from being able to see into systems.
Construction complete.
And neutron stars is the other one. That's quite a dim one. That might be a neutron. Oh, this one might as well. We've got 100 minerals, so let's... Yep. So yeah, important thing to notice, you can only build military ships at your planetary starbase now. Proper military ships... Wait, did I get that right? You can't build military ships at your planetary starbase now. You can only build civilian ones. To build military ones, you would need to go to your starbase with a shipyards. So we haven't got any defense platforms. Can we build them? Yes, we can.
Construction complete.
For a lot. Probably not worth it at this point because we haven't got anyone to actually fight. Okay, the Dionysus. Not great. Let's check that out, and then we will hire this guy. Oh, yes. That's something to remember as well. Leaders now cost energy, because we're actually paying them instead of influence. A lot of minor little changes like that to kind of accommodate having to claim systems as you kind of expand, because that now costs influence. So if we take a construction ship, build starbase, so the basic one, an outpost, costs us 75 influence. So right now, we could afford to expand into 2 systems, which is probably what we'll do in a second. Holy crap, I can already see that that's an 80% fail chance. Level 4! Our survey hasn't covered something as mystical. Oh, it's probably that tree. The tree floating through space. We'll leave that tree for now. Ah, we have discovered the Cybreks.
Updated.
In my opinion, the Cybreks are the best precursors to find because you can get ring worlds from their event chain, which you can't really from other ones. But of course, the Cybreks can also appear in the contingency endgame crisis. That's quite a fun little thing that sometimes happens. Looks like that is an M-class star, not a neutron. We'll keep our eye out. I mean, I don't know what that's a G-class. Ah, we can just hover over and see if we can find one. F, that's going to be another pulsar, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll keep our eye out for that fourth kind of galactic terrain, or anything else interesting. I am looking forward to finding some wormholes. There it is. There's our neutron star. Of course, that's what it looks like. God. Are there any nearer ones? No, it doesn't look like there are. Alright, let's just grab him then. Once he's looked at that black hole, we'll send him over to there.
Star system charted. Star system charted.
Let's... Ooh, that was quick. Let us build an outpost for the first time. It's quite nice. These used to be about the frontier outpost costs, so now they're about starbase. Starbase capacity +2. That could be very nice. Supremacy, I know, has changed as well, so that it is of more use to defensive empires. Although because we're fanatic, it might be slightly different for us. Ah, there it is, the starbase capacity one. Yeah, we'll just take expansion. That's fine. Keep exploring. Let's go to hodjam. So there he is. He is currently building our very first outpost. Not including our starting one, of course, but this is the first one we've actually constructed. Oh, that's pretty cool. They've added kind of... Oh, got too close there. Added some little kind of robots. They are admittedly building in the wrong place. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And it looks like the actual model here is actually kind of growing as it does. That's very nice. It's almost finished.
Construction complete.
There we go. And now if we zoom out...
Found.
Perfect timing there, getting in the way. We have taken Hodjam. That's now in our space as well, so we can have him start building research stations. 20%, yeah, we'll go for that. We will give that a go. Yeah, we'll save up to 100 and then we'll build an autochathon. Ooh, continental world. That is somewhere we could live. Yeah, technology is going through very slowly at the moment because we don't really have a huge amount of it. But once we've taken Hodjam, that will improve. Damn it, people! You had one job. One job. Trying to think of things to show off, really. Oh, yes, the new tab, the Fleet Manager. Now from here we can kind of monitor our fleets, we can create templates. So at the moment we've got the Classis 1 template, which is 3 corvettes, because that's all we have. But if we create a new one, how do we change the name on that one? I don't know. Add ship design to... so that's how we would add... Yep.
Situation log
That is how
updated.
we would... Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, that's fine. Add ship design to... Click here to add a new... It could be that I only have one design, so it's not working, but...
System charted.
Hopefully that's all it is. We'll come back to that once we actually have destroyers or something like that.
Construction complete.
Yeah, that's finished exploring that. Keep going. Oh, here we go. We have now been to a black hole. So yeah, that reduces the chance of disengagement and increases the time it takes to power up FTL. It kind of slows everything down. And then we had one final thing to check out. Oh! Oh! Is it in... Oh, for God's sake. In the Kesso system. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. There it is. There it is. The Kesso wormhole. So we can't really do anything with it at the moment because we don't have wormhole stabilization. Oh, man. That is a lovely graphic, though. And it's, yeah, everything's great. Yeah, it is everything. Everything is great. We've just found a wormhole. So it's red because it's an unexplored wormhole there, so we don't know where its pair is. It could be anywhere. Oh man, that's pretty cool. And in a neutron system as well. So neutrons, they slow down ships, increasing supply. That is why our science ship is going so slowly. So yeah, I mean, that is probably a really nice place to build another starbase then. Because we could, almost DS9 style, cover the wormhole and, because it has that galactic terrain, use it to greater effect. Throw on some long-range weapons or something on it. A lot of ion cannons, the kind of the new defensive structure. And you could hit them at a long range whilst they're still even slower trying to close in on you. So yeah, I mean for now we'll push that way. We will try and get that within our borders. We'll set that as a kind of a mini aim for this kind of little play session. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of influence at the moment. What is the best way to go? Probably the best way to go is to take Bernard's star and then push up this way. Kind of make this little ring ours.
Star system
To
charted.
build another science ship just so we can really explore around a little bit. Let's do that. And then we will set our homeworld to build some stuff as well. So yeah, at this point we are just kind of tooling around, having a look around. Ah, here we go, look! That's a new technology. Corvette hull points plus 100, so it's just a flat, have some more hull points. Because, I mean, changes, there are changes.
Complete.
Armor is now a flat additional kind of health bar that doesn't regenerate like shields, instead of a percentage-based damage reduction, which was always broken. I mean, on larger ships it was essentially broken. So, yeah, hopefully this will resolve that. We'll go for afterburners. We can add those to our ships. Speaking of which, I have just remembered something else we can have a look at in just a moment. Let's send him out this way. And that is the ship design page. We currently have two designs, just flat defense platforms, so those we can build from our star bases. We've got our corvettes. Still pretty standard. You see all the different bars. Hull points 300, so we could have added 100 to that. Armor 50, flat health bar, doesn't regenerate. Shields 100, so double at the moment, but does regenerate, but does not stop missiles.
Construction complete.
So you do need to balance it, sort of thing. What I did want to show off though was this. The reactors are now a separate kind of component of your ships, the same way that hyperdrive is, your thrusters are. They're no longer an attachment in the same way that deflectors and armor is. So currently, it's 0. So we won't actually be able to add afterburners unless we take off some of the shields. And to be honest, I think I might do that, because I think that's not a bad idea.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, keep researching. Keep exploring. Keep having a look at everything. How's he doing? So he's still building that, and we'll build something in that system. Then we'll hopefully explore up this way. Yeah. So yeah. I'm still trying to think of things to show off, really. As I said, this is not overtly planned. This is literally
Construction complete.
me kind of just playing through and kind of throwing out some thoughts as we go. There was another. That's a new, but that there is a new kind of menu bar that claims. Obviously, we don't know of any other empires, so we can't currently claim their star systems. But if we could look at that. But we don't. Yet.
Star system charted.
Oh, look, Alpha Centauri. So we've got something else here. Capital buildings produce more unity. Yes, please. Oh, we are starting to kill off our people through starvation, though. Oh, we got a lot of minerals. There we go. I'll resolve that in a minute. Oh man, I'm still... This is cool. I mean, this is cool. Look at that. That is...
Anomaly found.
Oh, get out of the way. Oh, precursors, that's actually probably did. I mean, that's the kind of thing you want to play Stellaris for, the kind of sci-fi element. Oh, it's not fully explored. That is annoying. So yeah, it doesn't have to be... So far we've gone very adjacent. We're going to go on bump, bump, bump. But we don't have to. We can, for example, jump over to here. It's not fully explored, so we can't. Alright, let's another example. Here we go. So it costs double because it's 2 steps. So Ebancourt is only 75 because it's one step away from one we already control. And then that one would be 150 because it's double. So we'll build an outpost there. Then we
Situation
will...
log updated.
I should have clicked go to it. There we go. Wow, 5 or higher. Okay, so we'll just have to leave that for now.
Technology secured.
Hey, here we go. Automated exploration. Let's get that done so that we can just send our ships outward. Nearly resolved our food problem. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Let's have a look at colonization. I don't think we'll be able to do it right now. Wow, bomb crater.
Anomaly
It's pretty.
found.
So colonize.
Construction complete.
So it costs. Obviously, there's no influence cost anymore because we've already claimed this system by building an outpost there. And I think that's a little lower than it used to be.
Anomaly found.
I seem to remember it being up towards more 400, stuff like that. So we don't have enough now, so we can't really do that. But yeah, that's something to bear in mind. I really am trying to think of things we can kind of take a look at. That is interesting. So all of this is still quite sort of the same as it used to be. I am not using my favourite mod, which is the 1080 UI overhaul, because it's currently listed as not compatible. So all the menus are a little bit smaller than they usually are, and hopefully will be in the future. Ah, that's a good idea. Policies and edicts. We don't currently have any available, but there are now Unity campaigns, which cost Unity rather than influence. So that's a good way, once you've got to you've got all the traditions you want, all of the Ascension perks, just throw out a few kind of Unity campaigns instead of just storing all your Unity up. And there are also a few kind of based on energy. Haven't unlocked those yet, but those are in the game. Changes here that it's no longer costs a certain amount of influence per month. It's actually just 100 flat, and then it lasts for 11 years. So let's go on ahead and activate that. And then send our ships onward and outward, see if we can find some friendly little space beings. If we can't, then I will console command. And we'll find some that way. Let's take another look at star bases. So we could now build a defense platform. Those just kind of hover around our star base. Modules wise, guns, missiles. What have we got at the moment? We've got just a shipyard. So we could build another shipyard. We can also downgrade it, so that would bring our capacity back down. What we really need are a few events to kind of trigger that would give us a bit of influence. Oh! Got an encounter. What have we got an encounter with? That to me looks like an alien empire. That is the avian one, I think. Let's get that. Oh. Or are these not? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, it's the avian one, I think. Oh! I forgot that would unpause the game. So chances are there's another empire down here somewhere. So, oh, that's quite a nice star system. Lots of resources there. Another continental world. So, if we weren't trying to push that way, pushing this way is probably a good idea so that we can build colonies. Or downwards.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I mean, building up a kind of impression of this game is obviously going to take some time. Got to get used to all the new features and stuff like that. But I do like the Starbases elements. I really like the introduction of wormholes and gateways and stuff like that. I really hope we can find a gateway soon. That is sort of the reason why I'm just sending everything out, kind of exploring. I want to find all the new stuff. That's what I want to do. Build me a mining station. Yeah, I'd like to find a horde or a gateway.
Recon and research
Really nice to
vessel
show
under
off.
attack.
Wow, okay, that's not gone well.
Tactical retreat.
That's not a horde, that's just a pirate flotilla. Of course, you have to get to gateways.
Star system.
You have to get to the, the kind of exit lanes now, or you can't jump. So that did not go well. Looks like they emergency FTL'd. So hopefully they're not dead. No. Okay. Yeah, not great.
A foreign power is hailing us.
Aha! The Associated Bavir Dominions. Hello, you spiky-headed weirdos. Respect our authority, or else. Where are you? Oh, wow, they're slightly bigger than us. That's okay.
Construction complete.
So their space is automatically explored for us because that gets rid of the fact that you can't actually find anomalies in other people's space. So there's no point. So we can make claims against them. We can offer them a trade deal. So let's try offering them some communications. What have we got some of? Minerals. Here. Oh god.
Found.
Leave. That is an unnecessary amount of minerals. Have 11 minerals. Yay, they've decided to accept it. That opens up some more options we can have.
Technology secured.
Okay, so rivals can only be declared in certain situations now. Looks like we have to be neighbouring. So, let's make ourselves neighbouring. Alright, alright, alright. Lots going on. Aha, here we go, campaigns. Let's research that so we can take a look at that.
Star system
They
charted.
are back, having been threatened by some pirates. There we go. Just send them out for a little bit of explore. Can't see anything interesting in their space. Because they're boring, that's why. What else have we got? Yeah, so we got make claims. Let's have a look at this. Can we make any of these claims? No, because we don't have an influence. We can make Shellyak a claim in 38 more influence. That's the nearest one. Although it might actually become less once we've taken Alpha Centauri. Actually, let's have you head over to there so we can take a look at that nebula. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. Yeah, as I said, I think it clears up a lot of the kind of the little minor problems that Stellaris always had. Hordes add a lot to the kind of mid-game. So that is a really lovely new mechanic. The fact that borders was so random, I think, is better. It is a lot slower development, admittedly, although, I mean, it hasn't really stopped these guys. That's the thing. I think the way it used to be with planets, it was often kind of plonk, whoop, plonk, whoop. So you just put them down and there's a massive spread, but it was sometimes quite slow between taking each one. So when they announced that you had to take individual systems, perhaps that kind of got into people's head that it used to be quite slow, but now it is a lot more... It's a lot faster. You build influence a lot quicker. Yeah, I felt that well. So it's not as slow. Looks like we can upgrade our ships, which we know because there's a little symbol. A lot more information on these. Very nice.
Vessels
yep, so that also tells us we've got an unused module slot. Not that we're currently going to build anything on it. Let's add an admiral. And then let's go kill some pirates. That's something else we can do. Actually, yeah, let's build a new module. So we could shipyards, probably no point. Anchorage, probably no point at the moment. Governmentary, no point, no points. Let's build a trading hub. So that'll gain us some energy credits.
Star system charted.
And how far off of automatic exploration? I would quite like to get that. I think that would be a really good one to get. Oh my word, these guys are going nuts. How are they expanding so quickly?
Construction complete.
There we go. So we now border them. So let's go back in. So we cannot declare them our rivals. And that doesn't... Oh yeah, let's do that. I don't like you. Let's gain some influence from you. They've closed their borders. That's fine. So we can now make claims against them. So for example, we could add... Whoa, let's have a look at that system in a second. We could add a claim to Sheliak. This would usually cost us 50, but because they're our rivals, it's minus 20% to 40. So we click that. And we could make the claim. Interesting. Add 2 claims. Interesting. We don't...
Construction complete.
Let's leave it as 1. Let's just make 1 claim. So now we can have a look at our claims, where we have a claim.
Star system charted.
We could now, there we go, declare war with the Conquer Casus Belli on them to gain Sheliak. I'm guessing the number of claims you have is relative to like allies in War Goals. So if you have more claims than another empire, you will get it, sort of thing. We do now have enough minerals to build a new colony. So let's do that in Alpha Centauri. Where would be the best place? The best place is probably that one. Oh no, they've declared us their rivals. I'm so upset. I really wanted to be friends. That's why I declared them my rival. As you can tell, I'm devastated. Looks like our fleet has arrived in the pirate system and has not engaged them. That's fine. Let's go do that manually. Oh no, we wanted to do something else, didn't we? We want to take a look at this system. Ubisoft. So this is another new thing. They've added little symbols, one for each planet in the system. So there are 3 habitable systems in Oberstoth. Which is cool. I like that. Right. Let's deal with these pirate scum. FTL speed has been increased to make up for the fact you have to kind of
Attacking
move through
enemy
systems. They're going to destroy it by the looks of it.
Technology secured.
Obviously, the swirling round and round is happening very quickly because this is on fast. So we have... everybody's taking each other's shields and armor out, as you can see that, and then we're now doing damage straight to hull points. Because that ship's not being targeted. Oh look, there we go! That one is trying to disengage. There we go. So because we won the encounter, the one that disengaged has rejoined us. And we can now send them home to be repaired. Oh, and it looks like automatic explorations were done. Let's grab a fusion reactor. Automatic exploration, and
Anomaly found.
And automatic exploration research. We've gained some... we already did that. We've gained some influence back, so let's expand our empire again. Actually, let's... oh, it doesn't matter. We'll come back to that. So yeah, new little symbol there. This fleet can be repaired, obviously, because it was just in a fight. But yeah, it's a nice little quality of life improvement. Lets you know that something's going on there. Are there any ships near to that? Nah, that's fine. So yeah, I mean, that's showing off... they took the 3-planet system. That's showing off a few kind of... why is everyone failing everything? A few kind of little things.
Star system charted.
Let's move on a little bit. Let's grab some console commands and show off a few more features. For example, let's hack in a massive fleet and go blow up their planet. I think that would be fun. So I'll skip forward, get some console commands in, and then yeah, we'll see what's going on. Okay, so messing around with the game has been concluded, and yeah, I've discovered most things on the map at the moment. Check these out. Marauders. Brand new non-playable empires that come in, live on little stations, and occasionally run around kind of taking your stuff. Marauding you, taking all your stuff. I mean, I used commands to get a pretty sizable fleet, and even my fleet is pretty close to that just one fleet, so they're not exactly tiny. Speaking of my fleet, check this out, the Imperia Augustus. That is our Titan, our flagship, and she is a beaut. For reference, that there is a battleship, that there is a Titan, so pretty big. Yeah, but of course, what you all wanted to see is this, the Colossus. I was going to show you the Colossus blowing up another Empire's planet, but I accidentally won the war against them. So instead, we're going to blow up Cherryh 2. It's toxic. You don't need that in your life.
Technology secured.
So it is currently charging the weapon. It takes quite a while. Let's just bump up the speed. Yeah, while we're waiting for that, let's check out a couple of other things. Pop over to the Dionysus. We have got here a disabled gateway. So it's not currently active. Otherwise we'd be able to jump through it, but yeah. Floating there in space.
Anomaly found.
We have also, nobody cares about you, we have also got a ship ready to go through the wormhole. So we'll check out what happens there as well. But in the meantime... Purple rain, purple rain. Sorry about that.
Star
in the
system
meantime,
charted.
let's head back to the Pax Romana, which is about to blow up Cherryh 2. Let's get rid of that.
Star system charted.
Ooh. So now it is firing its weapon, which also takes quite a while. I think you understand that blowing up planets takes quite a while. This is not a quick sort of thing you can just boom in and then shapow. This is something that's going to take a while. Alright, let's drop back into this. And there goes Cherryh 2. I did pick the World Cracker. I thought it was the most interesting one to check out. Could have gone for the pacifier with the shield. Actually, I didn't have the option. I had neutron sweep or World Cracker, so yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We have cracked a world. We do what we want. And yeah, then the final thing we were going to check out was what happens when you explore a wormhole. Secundus Silius. What a brave individual he is. It connects to the Aruz system. Travel to Aruz. Whoa. Oh man, so we're over there now. When we were over there. So you can see. That is quite the jump. So it's around about there to there. Not bad at all. Okay, well that has been kind of quite a stream of consciousness video. Probably edited down a tiny bit. Ready for publishing, but hopefully that gives you an idea of what Stellaris 2.0 is all about. You'll see more of the kind of gameplay when we do our kind of multiplayer over the next few days. But yeah. Like and subscribe for more from me, Solemn Salmon. And hopefully you guys can have as much fun playing Stellaris 2.0 as I think I'm going to in the next few hours. Yeah. Until next time.